Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you a recipe for how to make the ultimate chocolate cake. It's a rich and fudgy cake covered with chocolate buttercream and topped with the decadent chocolate ganache. So if you would like to learn how to make it, then let's get started. First, we're going to combine the dry ingredients together for the chocolate cake: the cake flour, cocoa powder and baking soda. If you would like the full recipe for this chocolate cake, it will be listed in the information box below, as well as a printable version on my website. Just click the link on the screen now. Sieve the ingredients together into a medium-sized mixing bowl to remove any lumps and give it a quick whisk so everything is evenly combined. Set the bowl to the side while we prepare the wet ingredients. In a larger mixing bowl, place in softened room temperature butter. Make sure the butter is at room temperature so it's easier to mix. Just remove it from the fridge an hour or so before you need to use it. Measure out 2 cups of regular white sugar and add to the mixing bowl with the softened butter. Use a stand mixer, hand mixer or wooden spoon to mix the butter and sugar together until well combined. This should only take a few minutes. You don't need to cream them together so they are light and fluffy, you just don't want any lumps of butter. When the butter and sugar are well combined, we're going to add in the eggs. Crack in 3 good quality medium-sized free-range eggs, beating the mixture well in between each addition so it doesn't separate. In the comments below, let me know what your favourite flavour or type of cake is. Chocolate cake is always a go-to classic, but for me, my ultimate favourite type of cake would have to be cheesecake. After adding the eggs, pour in a splash of good quality vanilla extract. When working with chocolate flavoured baked goods, adding vanilla extract really rounds out the chocolate flavour, so don't forget to add it. A trick I've learned to get the cake super fudgy is to use buttermilk instead of regular milk, or plain natural yogurt would work too. Just a tip, if you don't have any buttermilk on hand, you can make your own with just milk and vinegar. I'll have the recipe for that in the information box below. Add the buttermilk to the mixing bowl along with a cup of strong hot coffee. The coffee helps to deepen the flavour and also the colour of the cake. Don't worry about a strong coffee flavour, you won't be able to taste it when the cake is baked. Pour over the dry ingredients and using a wooden spoon, fold the batter together until well combined. Be careful not to overmix as this will result in a tough cake. Just fold it together long enough that you don't see any flour. Pour the batter into a lined and greased cake tin and place into a 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit preheated oven for about an hour or until a skewer comes out clean. Once the cake is baked, remove it from the oven and leave to cool for 10 minutes before removing from the cake tin. Leave the cake to cool completely before icing. To make the chocolate cake more decadent, I'm going to slice it in half and ice in between the layers. For this video, I've also baked another cake, so in total I'll have 4 layers. Use a serrated knife to slice the top of the cake off so it's completely flat, and slice it through the middle. The recipe for the chocolate buttercream will be listed in the information box below, as well as on my website. I've also got a video on my channel for how to make perfect buttercream where I explain all the tips and tricks of how to get it light and super fluffy. Place the first layer of chocolate cake onto a cake stand and top with a scoop of buttercream. Use a spatula to spread it out evenly before topping with the next layer. Use the spatula to cover the top and sides of the cake, then switch to a cake scraper to smooth out the buttercream. Place the cake into the fridge for about 30 minutes to an hour until the buttercream has set. To make the chocolate ganache, break up dark chocolate and pour over hot cream. Leave for 5 minutes before stirring, then 10 to 15 minutes for it to thicken. Once thickened, pour the ganache over the chocolate cake and use a spatula to push it over the sides. Leave to set before serving. Slice the cake with a hot knife and serve. Make sure to send me a photo if you make this cake. Just tag me on any of my social media listed below and I might feature your photo in my video next week. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this recipe and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!